The moa claw is a relic that looks as if it belonged to a creature straight out of mythology. It stunned archaeologists when they uncovered it nearly 3 decades ago in New Zealand. Deep within a cave system on Mount Owen, researchers stumbled upon a massive dinosaur-like claw still preserved with scales and flesh. In the dim light of the cave, it seemed as if the claw could have belonged to something recently deceased. Upon closer analysis, it was revealed to be a 3,300-year-old mummified claw from an upland moa, an extinct flightless bird native to New Zealand. The upland moa is one of 10 species of the moa family, which once roamed New Zealand's rugged landscape. Standing up to 4.2 feet tall, it was relatively small for a moa species, some of which reached heights of over 10 feet. Moa have been known to inhabit higher, cooler regions using their strong, clawed feet to traverse that tough alpine terrain. Now, these birds existed for millions of years, but living the species using modern genetic techniques. The discovery of these moa bones began in 1839 when Sir Richard Owen examined a mysterious fossilized bone that had been found by a Maori individual and brought to Europe. Owen's determination that the bone belonged to a giant previously unknown bird was initially met with ridicule, but over the years thousands of remains have been uncovered in various locations, and this moa claw remains unique in its preservation. The preservation of this moa claw has sparked ongoing conversations around de-extinction. The claw's intact tissue and genetic material have been extensively studied, and Japanese geneticist Anko Yasuyuki Shirota has also begun preliminary DNA extraction experiments. Shirota's goal is to incorporate moa DNA into chicken embryos, theoretically allowing for the revival of a moa-like trait. Supporters of this project point out that the moa's primary habitat is still relatively undisturbed, and the plant species it relied upon for food are largely extant, making reintroduction more plausible than its gut. The implications of this find are immense, presenting a vivid snapshot of prehistoric predator-prey dynamics. Dating back approximately 240 million years, the fossil of the ichthyosaur encapsulates a moment that challenges previous assumptions about its feeding behavior. Paleontologists had long believed that ichthyosaurs primarily preyed on softer, more elusive marine creatures like cephalopods. The discovery of this remains suggests a far more aggressive dietary inclination, hinting at the ichthyosaur's capability to consume prey nearly its own size. The ichthyosaur's teeth, characterized as peg-like and blunt, had previously led researchers to categorize it as a predator that relied on soft-body prey. However, the evidence presented by this fossil challenges that narrative. This insight has the potential to redefine the dietary habits of other ichthyosaur species and marine reptiles with similar dental structures, suggesting that they too might have occupied the niche of mega-predators in their respective ecosystem era. They represent a significant chapter of human evolution, revealing insights into the lives of our early predecessors. The footprints attributed to the species Australopithecus afarensis provide compelling evidence of bipedalism long before the evolution of larger brain sizes. The Laetoli footprints were first uncovered in the 1970s, led by renowned paleontologist Mary Leakey and her team, while exploring volcanic ash deposits in 1976. They initially identified animal tracks, but it wasn't until 1978 that Paul Abel discovered the remarkable trail of hominid footprints stretching nearly 88 feet long, comprising around 70 individual impressions. This site, situated about 20 kilometers from a now inactive volcano, showcases how nature can preserve fleeting moments in time. The footprints were formed when early humans traveled over wet volcanic ash, which subsequently solidified and fossilized, creating an invaluable record of their existence. Analysis of these footprints have revealed the very terrain of their environment. The existence of Australopithecus afarensis fossils in the same sediment layer as the footprints provides additional confirmation that this species was indeed responsible for the trail. Number 5. Gigantopithecus. The Gigantopithecus is an extinct genus of ape that roamed parts of Asia during the early to middle Pleistocene, approximately 2 million to about 300,000 years ago. Known primarily from fossilized remains discovered in southern China, Gigantopithecus blacki, the only recognized species, has captivated both scientific and popular imaginations. This giant ape, standing nearly 10 feet tall and weighing between 440 and 660 pounds, was once believed to be a hominid, a member of the human lineage. However, current research places it closer to orangutans within the subfamily Ponginae. The discovery of the Gigantopithecus traces back to 1935, when anthropologist Ralph von Koenigswald identified two enormous led an expedition to locate the original Gigantopithecus locally, uncovering 47 additional teeth among shipments of, quote, dragon bones. By 1963, the team had excavated more than 1,000 teeth and several mandibles from the area, revealing a wealth of information about this ancient species. Notably, the remains have since been found in 16 different sites across southern China, yet only teeth and 4 mandibles have been recovered, with other skeletal remains most likely lost to natural processes. The features of these fossils are striking. They possessed large, flat molars, thick dental enamel, and a robust jaw structure, indicating a diet primarily consisting of tough, fibrous plants. This dietary adaptation may explain the high incidence of cavities observed in the fossilized teeth, alongside pits that suggest malnutrition and food shortages. In popular culture, though, Gigantopithecus is often conflated with cryptids like Bigfoot, mainly due to its enormous size. This connection sparks a bit of mystery. Initially discovered from fragmentary remains in the early 20th century, this dinosaur would go on to challenge long-standing beliefs about the dinosaur ecology and behavior. It's widely recognized as the first known swimming dinosaur, reshaping our understanding of how some dinosaurs may have thrived in aquatic habitats. Spinosaurus first captured the attention of scientists when it was described by German paleontologist Ernst Freyer Stromer von Rickenbach in 1915. The initial fossils, unearthed in the Kemkem beds of Morocco in 1912, consisted of several vertebrae and a partial skull. However, the unique characteristics, such as a long, narrow snout filled with conical teeth, hinted at a diet that included fish. This revelation suggested that Spinosaurus might just not be a terrestrial predator like most of its dinosaur cousins, but rather an animal with a foot, or rather a fin, in the water. This combination of unusual morphology and inferred behavior ignited an ongoing debate. For many years, the dominant narrative and evidence came from that remarkable find in Morocco, a nearly 95-million-year-old tail, exhibiting an unusual paddle-like shape. This 2-foot-long appendage is not just a curiosity. Researchers argue that it is unmistakably aquatic in design and likely served to propel the massive dinosaur through the depths of the rivers where it hunted for fish. The structure of the tail resembles that of modern crocodiles, suggesting that Spinosaurus was a highly adapted swimmer, capable of navigating its watery environment with deadly agility. Number 3. Sioux. Sioux, officially cataloged as FMNHPR 2081, is one of the most significant and well-preserved Tyrannosaurus rex specimens ever discovered. Unearthed in August 1990, this fossil has garnered acclaim not just for its size, but for the exceptional completeness of the remains, with over 90% of the skeleton recovered. This makes Sioux an invaluable source for paleontological predator. Sioux was discovered during an expedition by the Black Hills Institute, a fossil research organization based in South Dakota. The group initially set out to collect fossils in the Cheyenne River Indian Reservation when a flat tire forced them to delay their departure. Taking advantage of their unexpected break, Sue Hendrickson decided to explore the cliffs nearby. Her decision to investigate led to the astonishing discovery of bone fragments embedded in the rock face. Upon closer inspection, the team led by Peter Larson quickly recognized the significance of the find. The visible bones, many of which were articulated, indicated that this specimen was remarkably preserved. Sioux was estimated to be about 90% complete by the bulk and 73% when accounted for individual skeletal remains. This means that approximately 250 of the known 360 bones were recovered, providing researchers with a wealth of material for study. And the condition of the bones was particularly surprising. Many bones were intact, and the skull measured an impressor, or wing, represents a remarkable genus of bird dinosaur that lived approximately 150 million years ago during the late Jurassic. Often dubbed the original bird or the first bird, this transitional fossil provides crucial insights into the evolutionary connection between dinosaurs and modern birds. Measuring roughly the size of a Eurasian magpie, the Archaeopteryx reached about 1.5 feet in length. Its broad wings and long tail suggest that it possessed some capability for flight or gliding. The skeletal structure reveals a blend of characteristics shared with both modern birds and small Mesozoic dinosaurs, particularly the dromaeosaurids and troodontids. Key features of the Archaeopteryx includes jaws with sharp teeth, 3 fingers equipped with claws, a long bony tail, and feathers. Unlike modern birds which possess beaks, the Archaeopteryx retained teeth, a characteristic indicative of its dinosaur ancestry. The remarkable preservation of the Archaeopteryx fossils particularly process. Over the years, a total of 12 specimens have been unearthed, all linked to the same species, though some debate remains about their classification. Archaeopteryx is celebrated for its role as a transitional fossil. It bridges the gap between non-avian dinosaurs and the birds we know today. Number 1. Lucy. It had to be Lucy, right? So the discovery of Lucy in 1974 marked a groundbreaking moment in the study of human evolution, challenging beliefs that redefined our understanding of the lineage that led to modern humans. Unearthed by U.S. paleoanthropologist Donald Johanson and graduate student Tom Gray during a survey in the remote Badlands of Hadar, Ethiopia, Lucy was an early human ancestor whose fossilized remains would become a cornerstone in paleoanthropology. The initial find, a piece of elbow joint protruding from the earth, soon revealed a treasure trove of 47 bones from a single individual. This remarkable specimen would later be classified as belonging to the species. Brain size must have evolved before the physical adaptations necessary for upright locomotion. However, Lucy's remains reveal a different narrative. Standing about 3.5 feet tall, Lucy had a brain size comparable to that of a chimpanzee. Yet her skeletal structure was adapted for bipedalism. This juxtaposition of her small brain and upright posture was a crucial revelation, illustrating that the capacity for bipedal locomotion emerged long before significant brain enlargement occurred. Lucy's skeletal adaptations for bipedalism are notably reflected in her femur, which is angled to allow for an efficient gait, and her S-curved spine, which supports an upright posture. Additionally, her short, bowl-shaped pelvis enables balance and stability while walking. These physical traits are akin to those observed in modern humans, illustrating the evolutionary lineage that connects us to our distant ancestors. The impact of Lucy's discovery extends far beyond her physical remains. In the 5 decades since her unearthing, Lucy has profoundly influenced the field of